I was just thumbing through YouTube, deciding if I should watch it by myself or watch it with you guys. I love Unapologetic here. Maybe you guys don't know if you guys are subscribed to her or not, or watch her or not. She's real good. Like I said, middle ground people, yeah. So she's got some woke Christmas ads going on. Let's see what she has to say about them and kind of have a discussion, I guess, and see what we can discuss. She's so good. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Give her a big five. She's beautiful. She's just beautiful. Oh, Scott. But I like Scott. Well, I don't know Scott. Ah, there he is. Yeah. I like Christmas, but I also like the 4th of July. Well, just the fireworks, the picnics, the outside fun, you know, and my birthday. That's the biggest day of the year, my birthday. I'm just kidding. Nah. What's yours? Comment. I mean, who doesn't love Christmas? Opening presents, getting presents, giving presents, making cookies, giving cookies. I remember when I was a teenager into my young adult years, making Christmas cookies and passing them out to everybody I know, putting little notes on their porch and stuff. I mean, Christmas has always been a great year, or great every year. I mean, it's the one holiday that, no matter what everybody celebrates during the year, it's the one that everybody generally comes together for. Unless you got bad in-laws like me that like to let me watch them have a Merry Christmas. They don't mind if I come over, but they cut me out of the gift giving, and they don't let me bring over food to share with them, and yeah, we just get cut out of everything. Mommy? They're just like, we just want you guys to sit in the corner and watch us have fun this Christmas. Mommy. Oh, I love Halloween. Oh, right back here in this box, that's my Punk Bell Steam outfit. Yep. I keep it safe in case I want to wear it again. What?
I want to tell you that
I just love holidays. I can't say I have a favorite because every one of them brings something new. Like, what? I can't wear my boots that go up to here that are high heels any time but Halloween. What? Stop it!
What is this wood toy? Oh, I found it. Ouch!
You need to stop it. You found it yourself and you're sitting here pushing me and bugging me.
Because I couldn't find it until now.
You could just ask me. Give me a second.
This
What?
looks like one of the toys that I just push down really hard and then boom, it turns to a different face. A mad face. Or a happy face.
But yeah, I mean, I just love holidays. I can't say I have a favorite because then somebody mentioned something like Halloween and I'm like, oh yeah, just look at my closet, look at my stuff right here. I mean, I'll pull out some Halloween costumes and I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll wear this next year as Rosie the Riveter again this year. You know, I'm like, bring it on. I'll be something. Yep, see? Yep. I just said it. Yep. Oh, yes. He's my kind of guy, and you go hang out with him. I'm calling him next 4th of July. 10-ish. My kids, I haven't really taught them about Santa, but school and stuff does. And so I just roll along with it. Like, they know that I'm wrapping the presents and they know that I'm putting the presents under the tree, but they still talk about Santa, so it's really weird. So, well, one day they'll discover Santa's not actually a part of it, I guess, because me and my husband were just like, I don't know how to deal with Santa. Can we lie to our kids? I don't know. So, well, life just dealt with it for us. I mean, they just believe. Yeah, see, that's how we're not like, oh, Santa's. Well, I discovered it at 10 because, I mean, my parents told us to go to bed, and we went into our room. We're only in there for 5 minutes, and I opened the door, and all of a sudden I saw my mom hanging the stockings, and the stockings were all hung and full, and the presents were under the tree. I mean, my parents moved quick, and I was just like, oh, Mom and Dad did it. Okay, Santa did not come down in the last 5 minutes. You know, instead I should have said, wow, that was magical. Santa came the second we went to bed. Look at that. He just poof. But instead I was just like, oh, so my parents did it, huh? Okay. Parents did it, I guess. Well, he lives up in the North Pole where it's all cold and no sun and it's dark all day. And I mean, if people know anything about science, some of skin color is science, isn't it? But I mean, so unless you teach your kids, well, if you were to live in like, but then again, I mean, I don't know, like if a dark person went and lived up in Alaska for years, would their skin lighten up? I mean, that's so weird to think about, because I was taught it was like, when I was in school, I was told the closer you live to the equator, the darker your skin is, because that's nature's way of protecting your skin against the sun. And so I thought, oh, okay, so, because, you know, Africa and all that is really close to the equator and stuff. I love her laugh. Well, I kind of did. I remember we were singing that one Christmas while we were heading up to my grandma's house, and my mom got mad and was like, "Don't sing that in front of your grandma. You'll hurt her feelings." Yeah, we need skinny representation. I was kidding. Okay. Yeah, it's very awkwardly long. I'm like, yeah, that would be kind of bad. That would. Yeah. Well, where did Santa Claus like come from? Is it the Coca-Cola company? I don't know. Like, I thought Coca-Cola invented him. I don't know. Who invented? Like, where was the first Santa Claus told? But you know, there's a lot of countries that people have, like, I don't want to say white, but fair skin, because I kind of hate the term white in a way, because we just have lighter, fairer skin. And I don't know, we do live in colder climates, and because that was in region one, so of course they were white, kind of. I mean, they had a little tanness to their skin. They weren't tremendously fair skinned. As I keep thinking Santa came from like some of those European countries over there, and so of course he would be more fair skinned living up north in the cold and being made up by like somebody in Norway is not going to have a black Santa, because that just doesn't, make sense. Uh-huh. Okay. They do very good work there. I love all of them there. They just I love how, they're not getting down on anybody. We're just asking questions, okay? We're watching these ads and we're just asking simple questions. We're not saying they're wrong. We're just asking simple questions here. Like, you know, great, Santa got help this year with the post office. But the problem is it was all so he could spend time with his boyfriend, and now it's like, so there's no Mrs. Claus? We hope not. I don't know. Well, I can see, like, okay, so I can see, like in California, like they have like Chinatown and stuff, and over there in Asia, I can see, like, you know, of course they're not gonna like hire a bunch of white guys from the U.S. to go over to Asia and stuff and pose as Santa, like, you know, like that's fine. But like what they're saying is, yeah, I mean it's such a hard discussion, isn't it? Because like of course in like Chinatown, I if I went down the streets in Chinatown and I saw a Chinese Santa sitting there in a store, and it would be like, oh cool, look, you know, like it, you know, we're in Chinatown. Yeah, exactly. Like she's saying, like I was just saying, you know, it's okay to you know, if you're in a predominantly like black area, black community, you're gonna have a black Santa. But now we're making TV shows, and you know, I thought about making a video. I was reading the definition to my husband asked what woke was, and I read in the Webster dictionary, and maybe we'll go over it after this video or something. And there's some there's a reason kind of why this is going on. I'd probably answer it to her if we went over the Webster's dictionary of woke. There's Santa and Mrs. Claus. Oh wow, I love their bathing suits. Well, I'm seeing a bunch of fair-skinned, chubby guys. I think it's cute, and look at them jumping in the pool in their little red and white striped Santa outfits. I think this is, so far it's looking fun, actually. Yeah. No. He's gonna have to like put up a sign and say, I'm trans Santa. Yeah, see, like I said, he's gonna have to have signs because, yeah, it is a little, it's not as fluffy and white. Tease it. Oh no. That did. I was like, whoa. you're brave, so brave, to go be a black Santa around a bunch of Confederates. That is very brave. Because that is a rough community to stand up and say, I'm a different Santa. You're not standing up in your community and going, a community of other people like you, having a Santa like them. Wow, Confederates, they are kind of scary sometimes. Oh, this is no, they don't. I grew up, I guess what you would call race blind, I guess is what some people call it. But see, that's the problem with the definition of woke. Now here, let's go look up the definition of woke real quick before we continue on, because I think we need to understand what woke means real quick. I think we need to see, this is let's see, where is Merriam-Webster's dictionary? Okay, so the definition is aware of and actively attentive to important social facts and issues. Well, see, I think they should cut out and actively attentive too, and just say, let's say, aware of important social facts and issues. Just, it's fine to be aware, but to be actively attentive, the difference is, like, you and your friends are hanging out and you're like, hey, let's go to a bar. And you're like, yeah. So you go to a bar, you're sitting in the bar, somebody says something really rude to, I don't know, gay, trans, black, whatever person. And you go over there and you're like, sorry, that guy's being mean to you. You know, don't fight with them. Just be like, hey, guy, we support you. And maybe go talk to him and, you know, calm the situation down. That's being aware. You're like, yeah, this stuff does go on, doesn't it? Now, to be actively attentive,
Mommy?
Or another definition set use the word alert, would to be, hey, let's go. Your friends would be like, they want to go out to a bar tonight. You'd be like, let's go to this one bar tonight because I know they have trans people there tonight.
Mommy?
It's Tuesday night and it's
Mommy?
trans night.
Mommy?
What?
I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see the movie. I want to saw this.
Okay, I will watch it in a minute. And you sit there and say, you know, you actively go somewhere where you know that's gonna go down and you're ready for it. You've already got everything you're gonna say, you do, in your mind, you're aware of it. You're gonna, you know, not aware, you're actively attentive, you're alert. You're looking for it. When you're alert, you're looking for it. You're actively looking for it. You're not just aware that it could happen, and when you're out and about, it happens, and then you do the best you can in the situation. You know, if I'm out and about and somebody starts making fun of one of my kids for being autistic or something, you know, you do the best. You don't sit there and be like, all right, I'm gonna go here today and somebody's gonna make fun of my kid and I'm gonna walk up to, you know, the whole thing of stay woke and all that is that's the problem. Is people are going, okay, let's combat this. Let's do this. Because we've already done, women have done a lot of their fighting. Black people have done, we all get a vote. We all get, you know.
Then to get all of the yellows.
People became aware. And then we went to woke. Where, okay, not only are we aware now, but we're going to be actively attentive to it. We're going to be alert to it now. We're going to find it in TV shows. We're going to find it in commercials. We're going to find it somewhere and complain about it. Be aware of it. It goes on, people. It happens. But don't go actively looking for it. Don't go actively looking for that fight. And that's the problem, like, that they need to be, Unapologetic needs to be sitting there saying, okay, this is what comes of the total woke of actively out there, actively searching for it, actively seeking for it, being alert for it, and then having the need to stand up, say something, and combat it, because it, like, yeah, it goes on around. I can understand the guy who's around Confederates, okay, but I don't have Confederates in Utah, so I don't have to worry about, if I was someone of color, I don't have to worry about Confederates.
Hi, Mom.
But I do feel for those people who do have to worry about Confederates.
This is
That
for
people that,
for you.
you know, the South hasn't changed, you know? And I've heard about towns, my dad's a truck driver, I've heard about towns that still have segregated bathroom schools and whatnot. And I mean, you don't also need to be alert there, but you need to be alert more than any. I mean, that's the only place I would say you need to be a little alert, because you need to know where you can and can't go, and be careful, because you don't want to put yourself in danger. But that's also part of being aware. Being aware of, okay, well, I know in Utah there's like this one place, like the second Tuesday of every month is, the whole place is just for LGBTQ community. And I've accidentally found myself there, but I stayed there and hung out. I didn't be like, oh my gosh, we're gonna and start fighting and run out or anything. I was just like, okay, I am now aware of the night I walked in on, and I gotta do my best to be straight in this kind of environment. Like, I didn't want to lead anybody on and make them think I was there and I knew about this night, and I didn't. I was just going to dances every Tuesday and Thursday night, like my brother-in-law told me. Oh, he doesn't go every Tuesday and Thursday night, because then he would have known about that night. But, I mean, I just like, okay, I'm aware of the situation I'm in now. So, just, do your best to act accordingly. Not to interfere with them dancing with the people they need to dance with, and handling it if somebody decides to ask me to dance, knowing that I accidentally stumbled into this night, and so, but I didn't purposely go there knowing, like, if I went there the next month purposely knowing about that night and looking for like a fight or something, either between me and them or somewhere else, I hope I've explained this enough, because I hate explaining things over and over and feel like I'm running in circles. But I mean, basically, being aware is okay. Being alert and active is a different story. Unless you're in an area that might needs a little more alertness and active, like Like I said, I'd be scared if I was a colored person in a Confederate area. I'd be like wanting to hightail it out of there or something. I don't know. But the problem is when it does happen even once, Samala, when it happens once, it gets blown up all over the world as if it's happening all around the world. It just has to happen once. Yeah, and that is the hard part. We're all fighting over a guy who doesn't exist. Well, the time that the book of Ariel was written, and who it was written by, it was in a European country. So, I mean, like, France is the only one that I understand has a good amount of colored people in it. Like, there's not a lot of colored people in a lot of other European countries. Maybe a little bit England, but I always, like, when I saw the live action Beauty and the Beast, I mean, I wasn't upset or surprised to see that half the characters were of color, because I was like, I thought France had, like, a good combo of both. So why wouldn't half the castle people, village people, and servants be of color? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't expect them to hire a white American to play Santa when your community doesn't really have any Americans or fair-skinned people. Well, how many years ago was it that everybody said stop saying Merry Christmas, say Happy Holidays? I saw the sign up at my dental office last week that said, like, Happy Holidays, Merry New Year, something like that. But I kind of understand the happy holiday in a way, because when you're at the grocery store or something, you say, oh, thanks for that help. You guys are wonderful. And you guys have a, happy holiday and good rest of your year, because you don't know if they celebrate like Kwanzaa or the Jewish one, Hanukkah, or Christmas, or, I mean, you don't know. So happy holiday kind of does work in that factor when you're around strangers. But if I'm on Facebook and I'm saying Merry Christmas to my mom and other friends that I know are of the same background and stuff as me, and same religion, like, you can't get upset that I'm saying Merry Christmas to people that I know have the same beliefs as me. I let him live his dream.
Hey, Mom. Have you seen the toy to this?
What?
Seen the
No, you gave it to me earlier. I stole it from you earlier, but I thought you took it back. No. I don't need my kid sitting on Santa's lap and saying, "What's this flag?" and you explaining to my 6-year-old son what LGBTQ is, because he hasn't noticed that yet. And when he does notice it, I think it should come from me and my husband. And I know some people are like, well, you know, but me and my husband, hopefully you can tell, we're very understanding people. I take a middle ground on things. I'm not a leftist, I'm not a rightist, not a liberal, I'm not a conservative. I don't like to classify myself Republican or Democrat. In the past I used to, but I don't anymore. And I just want to be able, it's like the maturation program. Every 5th grade year when I sign that paperwork, I take my kid aside and I explain to him what paperwork I'm signing for him. And I explain to him what he's about to go learn in school. But I want to take that opportunity to explain to him what he's about to learn. And I think that's, you know, my job, my right as a parent. And it's unfortunate that, yeah, like, maybe there are, like, those conservative parents out there. If your son walks past and says, "Why is there a black Santa?" and they're probably just going to cuss out that Santa and tell you that Santa's not black, and that's unfortunate. And hopefully, I mean, hopefully, as the kid goes to school and stuff and sees that kind of stuff out in his community, that he's maybe more open-minded to it. But like I said, I've met a second grader or something that hated America, and I asked her why, and she said because her parents said it. And it was unfortunate that she's living in a country and 7, 8 years old that she hates. She doesn't know exactly why to hate it, why she hates it. She just knows that her parents say it all the time. And it's an unfortunate situation, but it's not my job as a substitute teacher to sit there and tell her, you know, how to think. I just have to be like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, Christmas is just a time of year about just giving and receiving and loving everybody. That's all it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be the one time a year where people they give the most to charities. Like if you look at probably the biggest time of year people actually, like today I walked into my Walmart and those bins were half full of toys for kids. People buy toys and they drop it off in those bins on the way out. I know when I turned 18, me and my friends, we went and voted, and they were trying to vote to take Utah's Spanish language. And it's in America where our Constitution is written and our laws are written in English. And it was founded, you know, in English. And it was kind of heartbreaking to be like, well, you want us to... My friend's dad was a shop owner, and she's like... If this bill goes through, then he has to reprint all new signs in Spanish and all new labels and everything in Spanish, and everything has to be doubly printed now. And it's going to cost shop owners, mom and pop shop owners, double the money to have all this stuff doubly printed in a language they don't understand. But people think that we should just go understand it. And I have a hard time learning a second language. I just can't do it. I tried. I've taken 3 different language courses. I just can't understand how to do it. I just don't know how to speak another language. I just don't get it. It's not something I can do. I've heard this before. It does. This video makes me sad so far because I can see the struggle. And it makes me sad. Trying to look manly when a man can. He's doing a better job than me. Just kidding. Yep, he did a lot better this time. Yep. Oh, it was about helping him out. Oh no. He's so beautiful. That's usually not how it goes, but families usually aren't that nice, but I want to be part of that family. See, that's a good ad. I want to be part of that family because that doesn't happen. Yeah, I thought it was a makeup commercial. I would have guessed it was a makeup commercial. I want to see that video. Yeah, because yeah. I just thought it'd make a good makeup commercial, like they said. I could feel the emotion and pain in there, but I wish I had a family like that you come out and you show your true self, and then they're like, it's beautiful, I love you, and then joy of the holidays, the rest of the evening, and nobody says anything bad. I want that kind of family. I have so the opposite. Well, they're, I don't know. Even though they're called gingerbread man, you were allowed to decorate it with a skirt, not with a skirt, whatever. Speaking of gingerbread cookies, mine are circles, not people. Uh-oh. Spiced cookie. Spiced cookie person. Spiced. Gotta pump in more of that molasses. Yep. Oh, yeah, I remember that year. I remember that year. Bubbles? I don't know. Christmas rounds? That's a round. It's a Christmas round. Yeah, I guess we need to make Christmas ornaments for the colorblind. Alright, well, if you guys want to watch the rest of this, I can, just go look up Unapologetic. If this video goes on for a little while longer, as much as I would like to go on with you guys, it is midnight 30. Oh, it's getting inching to 1 a.m. and I want to be all rested for you guys in the morning. I don't want to be falling asleep with my computer, so I'm going to go get some rest. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some more Dreamlight Valleys, maybe some Roblox if my son will play with me, and whatever you guys want. Maybe some more scary. We'll do some more jump scares. That's it's getting scary. But look up, PragerU Unapologetic. She's great. Her team is great. They're all really great. She does interviews and all kinds of things about all the latest political. I don't watch the news or anything, but I do like seeing middle ground point of view on the world issues today, instead of jumping to the left or jumping to the right, and watching this and being able to think for myself and kind of see what other people think and whatnot. And I think it's great. But if let me know if you guys like Unapologetic too, and I'm gonna go get some beauty rest for you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for another day of wonderful streaming. I will be helping my dad stream a little bit, so I might be off and on more tomorrow than I am normally, but trying to teach a 67-year-old man how to stream, because all he wants to do is jump out and get back on the road, but I can't have him crash his truck. And he's been lucky in the past when he's wrecked his truck that he hasn't wrecked into anybody and killed anybody, but me and my husband just aren't going to let him back out. And my youngest brother doesn't care. My youngest brother's like, well, he can just work for the company I'm working for a couple days a week and make some money. Yeah, but how are you going to feel when he kills somebody out there on the road? Because he's got so many health issues now that he needs to be home. And streaming, it's a hard job to get into. You make it or break it, and if you don't make it, then you put money into your own company that ended up going nowhere. But he could also put money into his company, and I think he could go somewhere with his stories. And if we could figure out a good podcast that truckers could just pop on and listen to him on a podcast and call in. And I don't know how to do a call-in podcast exactly. If anybody knows how to do a call-in podcast and wants to help me, that would be great. I need to know how to set up a call-in podcast so people can call him that are out on the road that like to talk, need to talk, want to tell their stories. My dad tells his stories. Everybody tells their trucking stories, traveling stories, country stories. Whatever your story is that deals with, traveling the U.S., or Canada or Mexico or wherever, just especially dealing with truck drivers. And I think he can really make it somewhere with his long haul trucking business he's got. Yeah, he'll never sit behind the wheel again, but that also means somebody might get to live, because I can't trust that he can't trust that he even drives around our small town and I get scared in the passenger seat. Okay, so alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, love you all. You guys are great. Just just keep supporting each other and stuff. And of course, I've already followed her. I've been following her for a while, but I gave her a big thumbs up and like, and these guys are great. And just to help support everybody doing their thing. And you know, the more likes and stuff we get, the more we get out there. Because remember, I'm trying to, I really love your guys' feedback, like I said, because I'm trying to build my business to be whatever entertainment. We're creating our own entertainment nowadays. What entertainment can I create for you? I'm kind of trying to do almost like a family thing. I know I'd make more money if I went back to something like OnlyFans or something, but I ain't going back there. But I'm trying this the other way around. All right, well.